Hold on. What's up, everybody? Welcome to WFSO Aftermath. Just gonna talk about the weekend that we had, kind of like our little Christmas vacation thing that me and the wife does, and our roommate as well. Um, talk about who I met, and also talk about the experience of being at one of the WWE shows, which is sometimes it's a very like good experience. It just depends on like the days that you well, the times you go or the moments and stuff, it's like it's always good going there live than sometimes watching it on TV because you get to enjoy more yourself when you go see it. So that's kind of like what I'm talking about. Also, let's see, wrestling news, a little bit of Bucks news that I probably already shared with y'all yesterday, but we're going to talk about it today as well. So let's talk about the experience that I had with WWE. And if y'all didn't hear me yesterday in that last video, not the one I did live, I think it was another one that I did live. I think it was about the Bucks and Jazz. I don't know if the mic was working at the time because it didn't look like it, but I'm not sure. So I'll apologize if y'all couldn't hear me on that. Um, if you couldn't hear me on that microphone, just let me know, and I probably will redo the video. King like can do it entirely, but like remember the bits and pieces of what I was saying. But we were at a certain. I was at a certain location last Sunday, so that's why I didn't do aftermath. It was just busy like last Sunday, last Monday, and last Tuesday. Um, yeah, it was just busy, like trying to meet some of the wrestlers. Also, got Monday, you got the show, and like chilling at the location where we were at. Um, Also, it just gets a good opportunity to catch up with some friends, so that's always a plus as well. Like like some of the people that I met, if y'all want to check out the photos that like wrestlers that reps or whoever that I met, check out wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com and look at the wrestlers we met. Check that page out, and you'll get to see like some updated pictures from from there to the bottom, but y'all can probably tell from there because they were just put up yesterday. Didn't get the opportunity to put them up when I should have. And I also did like had a book made for the like wrestlers reps or whatever that I met for the past 2 years, including this year. So I done that, and of course like wrestlers and stuff that I can recover from the pictures that I met in the past too. So it was just like it was a good moment, but also with sorry, just like I'm a little cold here, but it was a good experience and stuff. And cousin managed to give me a ticket and a friend, so he had a spare one, so I had one of my friends to go with me. Like I said, had good seats. And I managed to move to the first row again, like I did with SmackDown, so that was pretty good. So I'd like to thank our sponsor, Moving Dudes, for that. Because that's my cousin, he runs Moving Dudes, and he was the one that provided me and the friend a seat there. So Yeah, it was pretty cool. Can't complain. Um, I know they're not going to go to the next show. The one they're going to have on March 18th. I might go because it's something to do, and plus I might, maybe I'll bring my dad or something like that. Yeah, I think I probably would do that. Just like bring my dad along and go from there. And plus, at least will probably will be a little bit warmer as it is now, because right here it's like cold. It's like in the teens. So it's so bad that my hands are cold. Well, yeah, my right hand is cold, and I can just feel it just touching my head and But anyways, I might end up just taking my dad to that show. It all depends. Like if we get the, it depends how it is that month. Because I'm probably just gonna get the tickets like that month, maybe cheap tickets or whatever. See how that goes. But because I think my dad had never been to like a wrestling show like that, so we'll just see how it goes. If he's like not canceling plans or anything, just to you know, because he's kind of notorious for like kind of canceling plans and stuff like that. So let's hope that it will work out. But like few of the people that I wanted to meet that I met, it was it was like who I really like wanted to meet anyway. Um, some of them I did miss out, and some of them I didn't, and few of them I got like another picture with them, although I already took a picture of them already. So if it comes to like the female wrestlers and certain guys, I'll take more than one picture with them. Like if I see him again, I'll take it again. Cause I just admire, the athletes and like how athletic they are in the ring, especially the women. I guess the women just don't get no like kind of respect, especially they should be. As we talk about with the Mandy Rose situation, like with her page, not her page, but I think it was like her website or whatever. Like she's getting like more money off of that than she is getting paid by WWE. Yeah, that's crazy. If it was like an easy thing than just model and stuff, and you get paid a lot of money like that, sure, I'll do it. But I ain't got the perfect body. But anyways, but yeah, fun weekend. Like I said, the next time they'll be here will be March. So kind of earlier than usual because last year it was like in April. It was the SmackDown after WrestleMania, and that was a good show too. So it's always good to see WWE come to town and stuff like that. So next year we got them coming in March, then because normally they come here in Milwaukee like twice a year. Then we got AEW, coming here once a year. Then we got these others, like local feds that be around. Like some of them hold show every month, or some of them just hold like every other month, or something like that, or do like a seasonal thing. So that's can't complain. But there just needs to be more shows in the city. That's just me because like I know I go like some of this like one of the same ones, and if I had a car, I would go to more. I guess which I did attempt to do when I was they had a van at the time, but I said hopefully before the spring get something else and a couple more shows. That would be fun to do. Oh wow, you got a little Ouija board on this. Yeah, I'm watching like a tattoo show, so and there's probably wrestlers that got like certain tattoos that you think like why or that's awesome, like one to two. Macy, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There you go. Lovely Daisy right here. Y'all get to see her. Our baby girl. Ours. Ours. She likes me too. But anyways, just lots of plans going on next year. Like I said, because I don't know if like any other events that's coming on WrestleMania weekend are gonna like have like some stars or whatever. Because that's gonna be strange for because I think they did this once before and they didn't have not that many people you know at the event like wrestling wise and stuff like that. Ew. She just had to mention that live. That's when you go live, anything can happen. Hey girl. But yeah, because you got the Midwest Gaming Classic going on from March 31st all the way through April 2nd. Then you also got C2E2 that's gonna go on March 31st through April 2nd. So both events going on at the same time. But then again, the most important one, like the go to for the Midwest Gaming Classic is always Saturday because it's always like a good time. And it's the same thing like going to C2E2, but I'm not even sure they're gonna have wrestlers come in or anything like that because WrestleMania weekend they be all down there. So yeah, it's gonna be insane. Like how all this gonna work out because I know I think Midwest Gaming Classic done it once before, like did like an event on WrestleMania weekend, and also with C2E2 did something on WrestleMania weekend as well, which might kind of like kill it because especially if you're trying to go on Saturday, but it seems like the best time to go, from what it seems like, is like the Friday for C2E2 because who knows, you might get somebody one day and then you get everybody else like going down to down there where location they're gonna be at, which is LA. It's just gonna be it's gonna be interesting, and I guess that maybe weeks before both those events, I'll probably decide if I'm gonna go to them or not. Another thing that's going on in February, early February this year, is Anime Milwaukee. They always have that here, but it's like, is there any guests that I'd be interested in, like want to meet or who I want to see or whatever? They really don't have that many, but I might just go there this year just to look around, maybe meet new people, and go to see some anime. But yeah, all that stuff going on. Plus, but games and all that stuff, and it's a good thing that now since the Celtics lost to the Magic for the second time in the week, and they lost by three. And I think Jason Tatum wasn't playing. The Bucks are now with the first seed of the East and the best record of the NBA right now. And hopefully they keep that going because Joe Ingles will be making the season debut tomorrow, going against the New Orleans Pelicans. So this is going to be a nightmare, especially the game going on and that game going on in Green Bay. Going to be playing the Rams in Lambeau, so that's going to be crazy. And then you got Monday Night Raw. So all that going on at the same time. The longest like that's going to be going on would be the football game. So I got to try to figure out how I'm going to watch it and try to watch Raw at the same time. So yeah, this is going to be insane. But like I said, last week Raw, while I was there, it was fun. It was fun. I guess we got there in time because they was giving away, they was giving away T-shirts and stuff like that for everybody in that row. So like that was in the front. So I ended up grabbing Alexa Bliss T-shirt, although it's right there by the other like the reclining chair. I'm not gonna go get it, but I did, and it's small. So I'm thinking like one day if I ever meet her, which I could have, I should have thought about it. I could have run a shirt with me, have her sign it, and just hang it because that's I kind of did that with with my NWO shirt. I have Sting and Eric Bischoff signed it so far. So all I gotta do is get Kevin Nash and Lex Luger to sign it. Ooh, that'd be a good thing. I could have them sign the shirt. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm actually gonna go to that Avros game and have Lex Luger sign that shirt. I think that'll be a good idea, and like it'd be.
Would it would it really be a good idea?
Oh God. Huh? We all are idiots. There ain't nothing new with us. But anyways, that would probably. I just thought of that, and that would be a good idea to bring that NWO shirt to like have Lex Luger sign, and because the only person I got to sign left is because Macho Man is dead. And whoever knows when we're gonna get to meet like Conan or whatever. Oh, Conan the wrestler with a K. Conan the barbarian. But you, oh, Mike must be printing something. Oh, you are. But what? Oh, nice. Oh, okay. We're married. Yes. But sorry for that long pause. But anyway, so seems like it's gonna be a good year in 2023, and Hopefully, the Bucks win the championship because right now it is looking good for them. And I know they're probably gonna make some move at the trade deadline, but it's like, who would they get rid of? Because I think right now, I understand you got to add some things, kind of like what they did in the 2020-2021 season. So I wouldn't be surprised if they add somebody. It's like, who could they move? And it was this article that was out that was talking about they should move George Hill and Serge Ibaka. Well, the only reason I will agree to move Serge Ibaka because they're not playing them, and they should be playing them. Like he's one of the good defensive players, like on the team. They're not using him because they're using, Giannis at the center, then Bobby at the center at times, then Brook Lopez. So it's like you got a three-person rotation. Like somebody's going to get don't want to jinx it, but I think somebody's going to get tired out. Like the same thing I was saying, like what they did yesterday. Like Giannis wasn't playing, and Bobby Portis was in the starting lineup along with Brook Lopez, and they had Sandro playing like backup power forward, and sometimes I think Serge Ibaka was playing a little bit, but he wasn't playing enough, in my opinion, which is kind of ridiculous. Kind of the same thing they did with the with Brook Lopez situation when he was out most of the season last year. They had Brett Monroe, they had Jamarcus Cousins, which I hoping that they was going to keep that year, but they didn't because I guess it would have been over the limit with the salary cap. And there's some of them fans that agree with me. It was like, who cares? Keep them. So it was like earlier in the season. I think it was like around like December. That's when they ended up getting Demarcus Cousins, and they also ended up getting Wesley Matthews. So and I know some of y'all know my feelings about Wesley Matthews. I'm like, sometimes he can be good, but sometimes he's not. But he's good for defensive purposes, which is good. And like maybe not a little bit scoring because in the past when the Bucks had him, like he was a starting shooting guard, and yeah, it was just they decided not to keep him that 1 year when they won it all, and started going with Jadante DiVincenzo as starting shooting guard. Was it during that year? Well, no, this was last year. They got it. Yeah, I can't remember his name. Um, Grayson Allen. Yeah, they got him last season, and during that season, they won the. I'm sorry, I'm just like slipping my words at the moment, but they ended up getting him like before the season started. They made a couple of trades, which the trade they made was like the guys are not even in the NBA anymore. They might be in the G League or something, but they're not even in the NBA anymore. And I forgot the guy they traded for, Grayson Allen. So you got Serge Ibaka that's making like I think it's like almost 2 million this season, and you got George Hill that's making 4 million. Like part of me was like keeping George Hill because he hasn't won the ring yet, and if they would have done it this year, that would have been a good like close out season for him. Like I'm not saying like he's gonna retire after this season, but it would have been a good thing for him like to go out with like winning the ring. So I know that Serge Ibaka got a ring already with on Toronto, but I'm just hoping that he would have got another ring. And Wesley Matthews will get a ring. So I'm kind of glad that they did get him. So and plus he's like a local native, so that'd be good for him. They keep Grayson Allen, get him a ring. Maja Beauchamp, he'll be a rookie and also win their first ring, and maybe years to come if they, keep him. But I think Jordan Over would be another one that they probably might chip off because he does make I think it's like 2 or 3 million. Because I think he's getting 6 million for 2 years. So that could be another person they might, let go. I know they ain't gonna let go of Thanasis because they're Giannis' brother. They ain't gonna do that. But also be good for Joe Ingles get his first ring too. So there are a lot of people that on that roster right now that don't have a ring yet. Well, except for Brooke, Drew, Chris, Giannis, Pat, and like I said, Jordan Nova, yeah, got his ring, and he was a rookie. Um, I think like well, coaches and stuff like that. Coaches, yeah, they did get their first ring too. But it just be, but it's like they make a trade. Like who would go and who would they get? Like I understand they're going for God, what is his name? Jay Crowder, yeah, for a guy that he went to Marquette for his college year and being like other teams like Miami, like 2 straight years, except for this past off season, he was in the NBA Finals. Like he was in the NBA Finals when in 2020 when he was with Miami when they was going against the Lakers. Um, Although they call him that trophy, like that's just a bubble trophy that doesn't count or whatever. But I hate to say it, I kind of agree with them, but it's kind of true. They won the finals. They won the finals, regardless of what happened. They had to do what like best do for them to keep the NBA season going. It just would have been, great or whatnot if the Bucks would have won it that year. It's like 2018, 2019 season. They had a good run. They were the first seed and the best record in the NBA, but couldn't get past Toronto after being up 2-0. Then Toronto changed some things. With it created the wall. They said Boston did it first, but they wasn't successful enough in the semifinals when they did it. Um, then the tonight, yeah, 2019 playoffs. Yeah, that's when they lost to Toronto in the conference finals. And 2020, it was the bubble, and they lost in the semifinals to Miami, which Giannis did get hurt in Game Four. No, Game Three, I think it was. Game Four, Chris Middleton took over. Then Game Five, Giannis still wasn't ready to come back, but they lost, and Miami beat them 4 games to one because they was doing the same thing with Giannis, like making a wall for them. Um, then of course last year when they won it all, they kind of got with their revenge with Miami sweeping them 4 games to none. Then with Brooklyn, it was a tough one, and Brooklyn was the heavy favorite to win it all, and managed to beat them. Then I think yeah, Philly was the first seed that year, and they got knocked off by Atlanta, which was a shock. Yeah, it was a couple of times in the semifinals that Philadelphia got knocked out. Like in 2019, they got knocked out by Toronto. It was supposed to be like we were expecting like the Bucks and the Sixers in the Eastern Conference Finals, kind of like a rematch from 2001, but we didn't get that. But kind of like the same thing with the it was supposed to be happen last year in the Eastern Conference Finals. It's supposed to be Philly with the first seed and probably would have been Brooklyn, but it ended up being the Bucks that was winning that 7 game series. And you have Atlanta winning that. I think it was they won it in 6, I believe. They beat Philadelphia in 6. Then you got the Hawks and Bucks for the Eastern Conference Finals. But game one, Bucks lost. Game two, they won. I think they won game three. Game four, they lost. Then five and oh my God, that's a bad Michael Jackson tattoo. Yeah, that's bad. Um, but yeah, like it was game one, and they lost again in game four. Then the bad news was like Giannis ended up getting hurt. I think it was game four. I think it was game four. He got hurt, and but Trey Young was hurt too. I think he got hurt in game two and three. He was out. Then I think what was Atlanta's downfall because this could be a series like it could be like it was an interesting series already, but it could be a better interesting series if they didn't rush. They didn't rush Trey Young early in his injury. That's kind of the same thing they kind of did with James Harden when they was injured in game one. Then Kyrie Irving got injured. They brought James Harden back and they brought him too soon, like he wasn't himself. Like the one that was doing the heavy load was Kevin Durant. And let's see, 2020, 2021. Who won the? Oh yeah, Joakim Noah won MVP that year. For that, yeah, in 2021. Which part of me didn't think I could understand with the triple double thing he would have. But partly, if I had to say in there, I would have said let's see, Phoenix was number two last year. Then Bucks was number three. I would have said Joe Embiid would have won MVP that year, especially with the well he should have, but he didn't. But anyways, it was just stuff that was going on, and Bucks ended up going to the NBA Finals first time in 50 years. Then got Phoenix that's making it the first time they made it since the 92-93 season. It was just it was just crazy. Like downtown was just really like lit. Like a lot of people were down there. This is before the hotel was built and they still got that space right there. But it was just nuts. First 2 games in Phoenix, lost them both. Then they had like a 4 game winning streak that had them win the NBA Finals. And we already know what last year was it like who they had in the first one last year? Oh yeah, Chicago. They beat the Chicago like 4 games to 1. Then got to Boston, and like I said, Chris Middleton was out during the he got injured during the Chicago game, and the thing was they was lack of shooting, and it seems like they couldn't stop him with the three, which is a little bit different this year what they did with the three, but it seems like they was going back to their old path to like guard the three this year. But anyways, back to last year, like what because what killed them when it was Game 7 was those threes. That like they were just hitting like it's just like when they Boston was hitting those threes, they couldn't miss, and like but they was slowing down Giannis too. Like Drew Holiday was having his up and down game, but they just really needed somebody else to step up, and Bobby was kind of doing lousy. The rest of the bench was like doing lousy, and Grayson Allen was doing horrible. So yeah, it was just painful to watch, especially Game 7. And the Bucks could have had it in Game 6, but just like wasn't enough. So Bucks did have the opportunity to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, but didn't, and they lost to the Celtics in Game 7, and Celtics ended up going all the way, but lost to Golden State 4 games to 2. Um, I know everybody was predicting like maybe who would go to the NBA Finals this year. They thinking guaranteed they were thinking Golden State, but just while I'm looking at it now and how all the records are that's going on this year, it could be a different team going because now like hold on, let me try to look at the standings because I know there's probably a game going on right now. Let me go to the NBA.com. Oh yeah, Anthony Davis out for a month. Okay, the ooh, that's a close game too. Lakers and Washington with 27 seconds left. Lakers up by 2. Let's see. Let me just read the scores. Earlier today, Orlando beat Boston, so which means that Bucks are now the first seed in the East and the best in the NBA right now. So thank you, Orlando. I knew you was my fifth favorite team for a reason. Um, Knicks beat the Pacers. Brooklyn beat Detroit. Oh, the Knicks and the Pacers game. It was by 3, 109 to 106. And the Brooklyn Detroit game, 124 to 121. The Warriors beat Toronto. That's always a good day. Golden State beat Toronto 126 to 110. Minnesota, whoa. I knew they beat Chicago, but I just didn't know the score. 150 to 126. So Chicago might be making some moves, and especially they don't have Lonzo Ball back. He's supposed to be back at the beginning of this coming month. Yeah, that'd be something. And Denver beat Charlotte 115 to 119. Oh, now Washington is that. Oh, okay. Washington tied it. They must have tied it with some free throws. So I wouldn't be surprised if that game goes overtime. But let me look at the standings. We know the Lakers and Washington is not official, but Spurs and Houston still tied for the 14th seed. Oklahoma City Thunder 12 and 18, 13. 12 is the Lakers with 12 and 16. They might have their depends on how this game is. They stop popping up. Um, let's say Lakers, um, Warriors. They won their game today, of course, as I mentioned. Now they're game under 500 and a half a game behind Minnesota, which is 10th. They're 15 and 15. One, two straight. Oh, they tied with Dallas for the ninth seed. Both teams are 15 and 15. Um, Utah is in eighth, 17 and 15, which they lost yesterday to the Bucks. Clippers seventh, 18 and 14. Portland sixth seed, they're 17 and 13. Sacramento Kings in fifth, 16 and 12. Suns in Jesus, sorry. Phoenix Suns 18 and 12. They're the fourth seed. Pelicans and the Nuggets are tied for the second seed, with Pelicans got the advantage, and the Pelicans are a little bit of a losing streak. Wouldn't be surprised if they end up dropping tomorrow if they lose to Milwaukee and Memphis with the first seed in the West. And let's go to the East. Yeah, Charlotte that's last in 7 and 23. They got the biggest losing streak in the NBA right now. They're in Detroit, Orlando. Wow, won six straight. Oh, that's Washington still with the longest losing streak. I'm sorry. Orlando's 11 to 20. It would be cool if they had like a big old winning streak and they catch up with everybody. Well, almost everybody. Washington, like I said, with the biggest losing streak in the NBA right now, they're 11 and 19. Chicago 11 and 18. Toronto, 5 game losing streak, they're 13 and 17. Oh, Pace. Oh yeah, Pacers did lose today. I forgot they lose to. I know I mentioned it earlier. It just shows how my memory is. Atlanta's in eighth. They're 15 from 15. Miami's in seventh. 16 and 15. New York with the biggest winning streak in the NBA right now with seven. They're the sixth seed. I can catch it with Philly maybe. Philly's in fifth with 16 and 12. Brooklyn, the fourth seed, are 19 and 12. Yeah, they beat Detroit. Cleveland had their, I think they had their game yesterday. They won. They're 20 and 11. Um, like I said, Boston lost today, and now they're 22 and 9, which makes the Bucks like the first seed in the East and the best record of the NBA with 21 and 8. Let's see, their last 10 wins were 7 and 3. Let's see, do they got the best home record? Oh no, Memphis got the best home record in the NBA. Oh, well, the Bucks does because they got more wins. But Memphis got the less losses, so it's crazy. Both teams on the road are now doing good. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just looking at this worst tattoos. He's trying to chase an acronym. That's crazy. Yeah, although Memphis is best in the East in home record, and I'm best in the West, and Bucks are best in the East in their. No, they're not. Cleveland is. They're 14-2, and the Bucks are in second with 14-3. And they got a decent road record. They're 7-5, although Boston is 11-5. And they only lost in the division now. I think they lost to Chicago. Yeah, the only team in the division that beat them at home. But yeah, maybe see that other game is over before we talk about wrestling. Ooh, Lakers won 119 to 117. It's the most for Washington. I wonder if they're gonna be one of those teams that's gonna try to make a trade, but like for Washington to come back up there in the standings, who would they trade for? Like the same thing with Charlotte and Chicago. Maybe Golden State may make a trade. Who knows? But it's like, especially those teams that's supposed to make it, like LA is another. Like, who would they trade for though? That would be the question. Like, the guys are checking, like, see who's like available. But yeah, insane. Um, let's see. There's really not much to talk about with wrestling because there's no pay-per-views. I think they're all done for. Especially the main pay-per-view. Probably the next one would be because I thought Impact Wrestling was going to have one, but they're not going to have one this year. But they're going to kick off January with a pay-per-view with Hard to Kill. So that would be an interesting pay-per-view. I think that's on Saturday. Wait, no, it'll be on a Friday. Same time SmackDown. So kind of crazy. Also, then you got the Royal Rumble on the last Saturday of the month. So yeah, next year should be like an interesting year. But let's see what news that we can talk about. Oh yeah, but I do know like how they're gonna end how they're gonna end the year with SmackDown being the like final SmackDown of 2022. What they're gonna do? They're gonna have Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn tagged up going against Kevin Owens and a partner of his choosing. So no long, well, who did he pick to be his partner? Kevin Owens chose John Cena, and he was going. Well, he was like scheduled to be there anyway, but he's just going to have a match. That's pretty cool. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Oh yeah, rumors that Finn Balor may face Edge at the Royal Rumble, but for the type of match it's going to be, I'm just going to let it be a surprise for y'all if it does happen. Because I take some of these stories like to the grain of salt, because it's like some of the things you want to be surprised. So I'd rather just be surprised and but okay, they're gonna have a match. And what's gonna be who knows? Um, Popular WWE series renewed for the second season on Peacock. Let's see. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, gonna be renewed for a second season. Let's see, it was revealed during the most recent episode this awesome will return sometime in the near future. While no premiere date has been confirmed as it is writing, it will likely arrive at the top of next year as the first episode of season two dedicated to the Royal Rumble. So that means it might happen like right after the Royal Rumble. This is awesome. I haven't been watching it, but I'm trying to make a note of watching it. Okay, now let's go back and let's see if there's any more news to talk about. Let's see. Of course, don't forget about that special the day after Christmas with Ric Flair. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's all I was wondering about him, Quincy Elliott. So there's a health update. Let's see, he took the Twitter on Saturday. He made a bit announcement about his health. He revealed that he's medically cleared to wrestle. He just wrestled at a house show. Um, oh, he's been on sideline since late October. Gotcha. Okay. They didn't show what type of. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, it was a couple of birthdays. I think it was yesterday. Austin was one, Trish Stratus was another, and with somebody else. I don't even remember. Oh yeah, for people that were trying to figure out like who was the hooded girl that interfered in that tag team women's tag team match, it ended up being no other than Zaya Lee. Um, I'm glad they doing something with her because they should. Like you got all these women wrestlers around, and like you got to do something with them. Like don't have them like just sit there and don't do anything. Well, of course, y'all already know about the Mimi Rose getting fired. So, in case you don't know more information with this is what I was told. I was told that they probably talked to her before her match on NXT that WWE has want control of all her pages and stuff, and for her website as well. She refused. So they said, I guess they managed to do like that's why she dropped the title, and they fired her the next day. I'm sorry, but a lot of things that people done that was stupid, and they still kept some of them. So it just don't make no sense. It was crazy. Yeah, and one of the new characters and one new person on AEW is Trent Seven. After he got let go by NXT UK, and I thought he was gonna be back for like NXT Europe whenever they bring that out, but I guess not. Oh, it's her fan time page. Okay, they already know about Matt Riddle's suspension. Yeah, there's really ain't much to talk about, but I am gonna look at one more thing before we go off the air. We go to Yahoo. See, upcoming views in 2023. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I'm being a little bit quiet, but I'm just thinking of if they change anything or like update it. Oh, this one like oh, this is fantasy booking. Okay, I want to look at that. Okay, let's look at this one. I thought it was done 2 months ago. Nope, that doesn't help. Oh, that helps. Yep. But don't forget, they're also going to have the with the Saudi Arabia show. They're going to have 2 of them a year. February 18th, Elimination Chamber. Don't forget about Vengeance Day. Yeah, nobody don't have a lot of information for what's the I don't know who's having pay per views and whatnot. I don't think WWE is going to have that information either. So,
Vegetable. It's got potatoes.
ooh, you okay? Oh,
Finish the rest of these if there's not many left. You're working hard, so have a snack, snack, snack.
thank you. But
I love you, just
I,
letting you know.
I love you too.
Not as much as I love you.
About the same.
Nah, I love you more because you're the father of my boys.
Oh, I know you. I knew you meant Matthew, but I was thinking like, oh yeah, Robert too.
Ooh, that's your child.
True. You still didn't get through them?
No, I got hold of him earlier today. I'm just concerned because of that whole issue. So,
Oh, with his dad.
yeah,
Right,
we need to know he's okay.
right. Well, like I said, we can't find any information. So if we do end up getting information about the upcoming like pay-per-views besides the first half of this year, and hopefully we'll learn like the second half of next year too from whatever sites and stuff. So we'll see. Get the chance to, we'll post them up there. Um, I think that's it for the week. Don't forget about the Bucks game tomorrow at 7 o'clock, and the Green Bay Packers game at the same time, which is just going to be insane. And of course, Monday Night Raw should be interesting too. Especially with the Bobby Lashley situation, and when Seth's going to get his title match against Austin Theory, or when Alexa Bliss go against Bianca Belair for the title, we will see. Um, Think our sponsors are from the heart. Check them out on Facebook. Moving Dudes. Check them out on Facebook as well. And also, if you're in Wisconsin area and you want to move within the Wisconsin area, give them a call. 414 807 4299. Again, 414-807-4299. Like the video, give it a like. Um, Share the video too, and share other videos too if you like wrestling content and also Milwaukee Bucks content. This will be the channel for you. And I think that's pretty much it. Probably the next time you probably will see me is tomorrow. I'll talk about the review of the Bucks and Pelicans game. So go Bucks, and y'all will see me tomorrow. And till the next video. Good night.